morning, friends. Welcome to another episode of Mowers and Blowers. This is a Craftsman 928, 9 horsepower Tecumseh snow cube engine, 28 wide clearing path, dual stage snowblower that belongs to my neighbor Brian. Over the years, I've walked my dog around the block while he's using it, and you can hear it surging from a mile away. He's been running this thing like that for a couple of years. He says, "Yeah, I noticed that. I don't know how to get rid of it." So it starts, it runs, it blows, but lacks a little bit of power under heavy load. Has to do with the surging. So the pilot jet is probably partially blocked, and the bottom of his carburetor bowl probably has some ethanol buildup. So he asked me if I could check it out, and I said I'd be happy to. He's been giving me stuff over the years, at least tips around the neighborhood, picking up free shit. The least I can do is clean his carburetor for him. But first, I want to show you what I did to the battery rejuvenation process of one of my EverStart batteries that I had in the military 6-wheeler. As you saw last time, it could not start that engine because the battery was in 4% health. I put it on a desulphator for the past 3 days. Let's see how it looks. So I've disconnected the battery from the charger. It is full. Let's test the battery now. It says 13 volts so far. Press test, battery test, regular flooded, CCA. This is a 230 EverStart. I'm making that noise, by the way. Dun dun dun! 100% healthy, 100% charged. With this desulphator, 3 days, and a charger, we've got this battery from Dunsky to healthy. This EverStart 230 now has a new life from 723. Let's start this baby up and see what's wrong with it. Oh, well, first thing is, there ain't no gas in it. This is already costing me money. $4 a gallon? Come on. That's enough for testing. It does not have a fuel shutoff. And this has a very weenie looking dipstick. Dipstick! Oil is clean and slightly overfilled. This, of course, does have electric start, so why pull my shoulder out if I don't have to? It's on choke, full throttle, prime. So about halfway down on the throttle, it stalls. So carburetor needs to be cleaned. Also, as you can see, the chute is jigged because it looks like he lost something over here. This is trashed. I don't even know how you can blow snow this way. Let's cut this zip tie and get a better look at it. He needs one of these thingamabobs. This thing is all bent. So if this was just a carburetor clean, we could probably get away with a quick and dirty, which is putting it on its service position, the bucket, and then having access to the bowl, taking the bowl out and cleaning the bowl, shooting up the emulsion tube, and see if there's any other ethanol that's sticking around there. And that normally would do it. If it was a really bad carburetor, you'd probably have to take it apart. Given that this thing runs and everything, the main culprit is probably the pilot jet. You can't access the pilot jet without removing this heater box, which is what we're going to have to do now. So as you can see, I have removed the bowl in its service position, and this is the condition of the bowl. Pretty clean, but you can see the stuff on the bottom there. That's ethanol buildup. Don't know if that would cause the surging. So I'm going to clean this bowl. In this area on the side there, it's a black little cover that covers up a hidden jet. This here is the pilot. This here is the pilot jet. As you can see, there is a hole right there. The most important hole is the small hole right there, and it was not clogged. I did clean it out also. Here's the bowl jet nut. It is also clear, including the diagonal side one right there. It's clear, and also clear down there. So I'm not surprised it ran, but it doesn't run right. And I didn't see too much stuff, with the exception of a little black rubbery thing inside there where the emulsion is. So that could have been blocking. When it comes to the chute, this thing over here goes in like that and then turns like this, so that this thing holds it on the platform. This thing is bent outwards. It's supposed to be like this, but it's bent. See? You can actually see it's a little white over there, like it was stretched.
That's what she said.
It's supposed to be like this, not like that. Same goes with this one. This one's a little bent, discombobulated. It's supposed to be like this, straight, but it's bent. See? See how it's curved? It's supposed to be flat, like this. So I'm gonna get a heat gun with some pliers, try to remold this to where it's supposed to be, and that's it. Aside from that black little rubbery thing, I saved it for you to see, but now I can't find it. It looked like remnants of a old bowl nut gasket. That's what it looked like, and it was stuck up the emulsion. So with the carburetor spray, I blew that area out, and that thing popped out. That could have been getting in the way. Other than that, the pilot jet was clear, all the holes. The bowl's a little dirty, maybe just needs an adjustment later, you know what I mean? But this carburetor's clean. I'm gonna put it back together again, heat up this thing, remold it into place, put it back together, and see how it goes. All right, let's see if it starts now. Let's see if it runs well, I mean. We fixed the chute. Gotta advance the idle a little bit and maybe a little bit on the governor. Okay, we did a little idle adjustment as well as the governor screw adjustment, which is right there. Quarter turn on that, so now the RPMs are faster. That's idle. And as you can see at full throttle, no surging. Clean the carburetor, clean the bowl. Open up all the holes in the bottom bowl jet as well as the pilot jet. Had a little bit of stuff in the carburetor, but not a lot. Sometimes that little black thing we found in there is probably the culprit of blocking that passageway into the emulsion tube. Heated up the little plastic thing to mold it back into shape again, making it straight. And now the chute works too. Pretty easy job. Glad I was able to do it. Tune it up for him, get the idle just right, as well as get the RPMs up just a tad bit. Now this thing's ready to use for the winter, and it won't surge anymore, and it's got more power. Of course, I'm not going to charge my friend. He's my neighbor, and he's done me a lot of solids over the years. However, now he's got to drain the gas again. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Remember to like, share, and subscribe so I can continue to bring you snowblower videos in the summer. Have yourselves a great day. We'll see you guys next time on Mowers and Blowers.
See you guys next time on
Mowers and Blowers. We'll see you guys next time on Mowers and Blowers.